There were 64.16 million youths approximately in 2023 from Sabang to Merauke. Imagine these youths could bring some remarkable changes. This amount potentially brings our nation's future into something. Imagine they could create some valuable inventions we never visualized before. How incredible that would be! Good day everyone, I'm Fransisca from Politeknik Internasional, Bali. In this opportunity, I'm excited to talk to you about overcoming youth disillusionment as the urgency of a nation's development. Regarding the topic, the role of youth in building the nation. It is indisputable that youth holds an important role in shaping the future of a nation. Balancing the quantity and quality of the youth population is crucial for societal development, as they will play a vital role in various professions. However, there are emerging signs that the enthusiasm of the young generation might be diminishing, posing concerns for youth interest and participation, particularly among Gen Z. In 2023, the Central Statistical Agency of Indonesia revealed the aging of farmers due to the reduced participation of young farmers in absolute and relative terms, whereas a country's food sources are very dependent on its human resources. It recorded only 1.18 million young farmers with an age range of 15 to 24 years, or only 6.1% of the total farmers in the food crop subsector throughout Indonesia. This one is the real example that indicates youth disillusionment. So what exactly is youth disillusionment? The 16th World Economic Forum's Global Risks Report stated a phenomenon called youth disillusionment as the top neglected and unseen global risk in upcoming years that would become a critical threat to society. It is defined as the young generation's disengagement and lack of confidence or loss of trust in existing economic, political, and social structures at a global scale. This concern leads to anxiety, depression, and apathy that decrease enthusiasm to develop and boost creativity. It will ultimately cause shockwaves on social stability, the well-being of youth and their families, economic productivity, and quality of life at both individual and country levels. Even though the government and institutions have initiated programs to address this social issue, youth also play a key role in making life decisions. As a youth who is aware of the potential of youth to realize the development of a country, I use my voice to promote 3E: evaluating, executing, and earnestness. How do these 3 points exactly work? Let me elaborate on them. The first is evaluating. Taking the time to recognize ourselves is something that is often overlooked. However, self-evaluation helps us specify some aspects of ourselves that can be our foundation to adapt based on our strengths and weaknesses. In a study published by Professor Konstantin Sedekidis and Professor Michael G. Straub, it was concluded that self-evaluation helps us because it involves the tendency of self-assessment and self-improvement, creating identity formation with a clear and stable concept of self-resilience which can adapt to new challenges and situations. As a result, we know our values to assist us in social and professional integration. Personally, the concept and intention of self-evaluation could help me to validate my emotions instead of suppressing them, and focus on what I can control to regain my motivation to grow. The next point is to execute our evaluation into action. There's no better way of growing than to start taking real action to change. Have you ever felt so motivated and focused on planning but failed to take action towards your goals? It is generally called analysis paralysis, and we don't want it after we evaluate ourselves with instant motivational resources such as social media. I'm not going to say that resources are wrong, but it's better if we start to put a real execution to make our plan happen. If you want to improve in Spanish, for example, start by your consistent daily lessons instead of seeking learning tips. The last important thing to complete those 2 points is to take every progress earnestly. Sincerity significantly impacts our ability to stay consistent by fostering authenticity, motivation, and accountability. When we are sincere, we are more likely to maintain consistency in our actions and commitments, so we can keep trying with less doubt of the result. As Mr. Winston Churchill once said, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that count. Although youth disillusionment is not 100% youth's fault, youth actions are the change makers. So be the change that you wish to see in the world. Finally, one thing for sure will happen to our own and our nation's future is related to our decisions today. Therefore, let's kickstart our growth with evaluation, real execution, and full earnestness, because the development of Indonesia relies on us. Thank you.